What up, y'all? Hail. So yeah, I'm back again to continue the horror month, and today we're gonna be listing. I'm gonna be listing. Sorry, I'm gonna be listing my favorite kills from the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. For Freddy kills. So like I'm gonna do it like I did yesterday. No, like I'm not counting down from down. I'm just gonna start from one and down. All right, number one. It's gonna be on the thumbnail too. Is the primetime bitch kill? I love it. From part three, when the girl who's smoking cigarettes watching television, and Freddy comes on the TV, she gets closer. Freddy grabs her and says, "Welcome to prime time, bitch." Probably my favorite Freddy quote, and then just shoves her face in the television. Just and I'll say this, continuing on, like I'm not the biggest Nightmare fan. I love the movies, and I didn't get into them until like a little later. But yeah, that kill was great. Like to me, that's prime Freddy. Number two is the skin the cat kill from the first movie. That one is just for the brutality of it. Like, and this is like the first time you really get to see Freddy kill, and just all around. Freddy in the first movie is just him in the first and the second. I'm gonna do a video maybe on that explaining why I prefer Freddy from the first two movies because he's a lot. Just quick one. I'll say it quick. He's a lot scarier in the first two movies, and like in this kill specifically, when he killed Tina and just she's in her, she's just getting sliced up and Rod's watching, and it's like he doesn't know what's going on, and you don't see Freddy when he's killing her. You're getting dragged on the fucking wall. Yeah, it's pretty brutal. Number three is another one from part three, when he makes the guy uses him as a puppet. Just when he cuts his like his tendons out, and Freddy is just it's pretty fucked, and like the guy can't do anything. And the thing with Freddy's kills is, especially those first few movies, he tries to make it look like suicide almost, cause so it can be like, oh, like that guy, the guy he killed, he cut the tendons. He's on top of the building, and he cut it, and he falls. Like it looks like suicide. It looks like he jumped off the building. You know. So it's like, um, when he did, then you just see Freddy laughing. It's pretty brutal. Number four is from part four. Actually, no. That I'm gonna make that kill four. This is gonna be my number three. It just hit me. The kill from part um the kill from part Nightmare 4, where he turns the girl into, the chick who's doing like the weights. He turns her into a cockroach, man. The scene, like, even when her arm just starts to like break, and then like the bug parts were coming out. Oh my god, that was brutal. That was fucked. Even though Nightmare 4 is where Freddy starts to kind of become just nothing but jokes, that kill specifically was pretty brutal. And then she's like turning into a cockroach, and then he just crushes her in the Roach Motel. That part isn't as gruesome, but when she's like the creature effects and stuff for that movie at the time, like it works. So yeah, I still like that kill. So yeah, now number four is the one I just said. Um, Number five is gonna be from part five, the motorcycle kill, where I think it's Alice's boyfriend. I could be wrong. Alice, the main chick from four and five. I think her boyfriend's on the motorcycle, and I guess fell asleep, and the motorcycle, his claw comes out and like stabs him, and it crashes. And then they try to do kind of a similar thing in the Wes Craven's New Nightmare, but it said it was a car. I think the motorcycle kill was better, but just that was cool. Even though part five is pretty bad, I think Freddy's just full on goof and has that weird baby plot. But I'll say this: That kill was good. I think that kill alone was pretty brutal. It was a pretty sad way to go. So that's number 5. Number 6 is for part 2, Nightmare 2, which unpopular opinion, I think that movie's okay, and I'll go more into when we talk about the Nightmare franchise in reviews. But if I remember, this kill was it was Jesse's friend when he went over to his friend's house after hooking up with his girl, and he wanted to stay there to make sure he didn't turn into Freddy. So while he was sleeping, just that scene alone where Jesse's just being like Freddy's cutting out through him. The only thing I don't get how he didn't die. Like Freddy legit cut his way out. I mean that should have killed him. But I guess and maybe it was a dream, but I don't know. That's the only thing Nightmare 2, I'll admit. It kind of messes up the rules. That realistically should have killed him. But whatever. That's a little nitpick. But when Freddy's out and then he just and you see the actor who's his friend was like, it seemed genuine, like when he was scared, and that's the thing I love. When you get these actors in some of these slasher movies, yeah, they may not be the best at delivering lines and stuff like that, but I can at least say they know how to like showcase their fear. Like that dude, legit, he felt scared. He was trying to get out. He was locked in his room, and he's just seen Jesse transform into Freddy, and then Freddy just kills him. It's you know that the whole sequence was great. So that's number 6. Number 7 is the Let's Get High kill from part 3, Nightmare 3. Just because of how funny it is, it's not the best in terms of like brutality. And to keep it real, Freddy, compared to like Michael and Jason, he's not as brutal. He mainly uses his claws, and he's more psychological. Where yeah, Michael and Jason have that strength, so they can do some crazy like yeah. But continuing on, the one girl who in her dream is like basically a punk with knives. So she shows up and turns into like it looks like a city, like an alleyway. And the druggie turns out to be Freddy, and then his hands turn into syringes, and then the iconic "Let's get high," and then he injects her, and yeah, it's funny. It's more of I like it because it's funny, like, and then Freddy's like, "What a rush!" Like, that's Freddy being Freddy, man. I love that kill for that reason, and it probably is brutal just because all that being injected in you. I can see that really fucking you up. So hold on. Speaking of Let's Get High. Now number 8. Yeah, we're at number 8 now. Number 8 is the only kill Freddy got in Freddy vs. Jason when he killed that one dude. I can't think of their names right now. I'll feel dumb later on, probably when the names hit me. It's just, you know, and in Freddy vs. Jason, the one dude, if you were the actor, he was in like Rampage. He was in a few movies, but he gets killed by Freddy. He's like the only dude who knows, and his brother got killed. The kill itself isn't like grand, but it's like that whole scene and Freddy's explaining his plan. Like using Jason, and then it's also still kind of fucked up that when he burned that shit in his back. Yeah, yeah, and that's sadly his only kill in that movie. Now number 9 will be to be fair, I've not watched like the main Nightmare movies I really watched lately. It's like the first 3, but I'll get through them again. But yeah, I still remember the kills. It's just it's a matter of thinking, like, because this is on the fly too. Um, You know what? I'm gonna say another one from Nightmare 3. Even though and this is more for emotional, and yes, I have ranted about the death, but I still think it was executed good. Was Nancy's from number 9, from part 4, the end of Nightmare 3. I think I have said before that it was too, and I'll explain why. Because yeah, I still like her death scene because it was still executed well. I could still give it props that it was executed well. I still think I didn't like that they necessarily killed her, but I still think it was executed well. But yeah, her death, like, when Freddy poses as her dad, it seemed like a genuine ending. When I first watched the movie, I'm like, oh wow, her dad is in like the afterlife, and then he just stabs her and it's fucking Freddy. It's like, and then she still tries to like make Freddy stab himself, so she did a little bit of an act before she died, so like a final gesture, and it was executed well. And even though, yeah, when I actually review Nightmare 3 in the franchise review, which I'm gonna explain really quick, it's gonna be in one video. Same with the Halloween and Friday the 13th ones. There's too many movies, especially the last two I said. There's too many movies, and it's only a few weeks of October. It's already the second week, so I can't do them individual. I'm just gonna do them all in one video. I did this before, so just quick explanation. But yeah, so number 10, and this is more of a goof. It's not my favorite in terms of like brutality or anything. It's just my favorite because just how goofy it is. The the um the Power Glove kill. Even though I fucking despise this movie, Freddy's dead, which is Freddy is Nightmare 6 basically. I'll explain really quick. The movie itself was pretty bad. Like they made Freddy was a complete joke in it. He wasn't even scary because I can at least say, like I said in 4, you had the cockroach kill, which is still pretty brutal. Oh, I guess okay. Really quick before I go into the Power Glove, I guess this is kind of an honorable mention. The kill from part 4 where he kisses the I forgot her name, but she's like she's the nerdy black girl, and she's in class, and then Freddy shows up because I think Alice was sleeping. In the middle class, Freddy shows up and then just kisses her, and he's like sucking the life out of her. Yeah, he's sucking the life out of her, and like you could see, and it's more, and also like it for the special effects. Like she actually looked like it didn't look rubbery when she was just becoming a husk, and he just throws. It's pretty brutal. And what makes it worse is like Alice, I think, had to watch the whole thing, and I also like it because it's like Freddy killing somebody in front of everybody. And I guess another honorable mention, just because he only killed a few people, is is more like my favorite Freddy sequence is another one from Nightmare 2, where Freddy is this is the end of the movie, like, or close to the end, where he shows up at the party and he's like just slicing like the kids left and right. It's like I said, I compare it to the Michael operating room scene or the Jason scene from Freddy vs. Jason, where I love when the killers kind of get a chance to let loose for a bit. But it's an honorable mention because he only killed like 2 or 3 people, and then he's mainly just gesturing in front of everybody. But now back to the final one, the Power Glove kill, just because how funny it was, and it was very of the time too, because I think it just came out or had been out. But yeah, he kills Breckin Meyer's character, who's like the stoner character, and then you get a quick Johnny Depp cameo, and then Freddy hits him with a pan. Oh man, that was funny. And then he gets transported to this video game, and then Freddy's basically controlling him with the Power Glove and like fucking him up. He's like jumping on the ceiling and shit. And then he gets basically, I think, sent to hell or something, and then yeah, he dies. It's not brutal or anything. It's just because of how funny it is. So that's my list right there. And then tomorrow we're gonna get to my favorites. Halloween, I might stretch it. There might be like 12, 13, like, because there's a lot of kills I could think of with Halloween that are my favorite. But yeah, guys, I got that going on tomorrow, and then Thursday. And okay, if I don't end up, I'm gonna say this really quick. If I don't end up making the video tomorrow, it'll be Thursday and then Friday. But I'm really gonna make it tomorrow though, and then Thursday if I do it on Thursday, well, I'm gonna do Silent Night, Deadly Night review. Even though that's more, you can argue that's Christmas horror. I should probably be reviewing that in December. Eh, any kind of slasher I consider more of an October thing for me. So, yeah. So I got that going on tomorrow. But other than that, guys, I'll talk to you next time. Peace.